Hi guys, thanks for joining back. First off, Happy New Year. I know it's a bit late when I'm recording this. Um, since Christmas to this point, life has just been absolutely hectic and I've just been hammered. But this is the final video now for this seat install. So this video again is going to be a little bit jumbled up because some of the footage I made was back in December, the end of December, start of January, and we finally got the seats sort of fitted. It didn't take long; it's just taken longer to try and put the videos together. Yeah, so I'm going to go through this video now. I'm just going to cover a few bits and pieces that I went through, and then you can watch the whole the remaining install of these seats. Again, thanks guys, I appreciate the comments that I've had coming through, and also the subscribers, so thanks again. So yeah, if you like what you're seeing so far, please like, subscribe, and comment please, and then hopefully I can make some more videos, so it'll be great. Okay, right, so let's crack on into this video. Okay, so these are some of the bits, well, these are the bits that I used within this project. So as you will hear in the actual video, I just wanted to cover these few things at the start here. So this and this one, they're what I used as packers to pack out the divots within the van floor. So the runners would sit flat to the base of the van. This bit and obviously the square plate washer, they're what I use to strap underneath the van to get a good fixing for the seat base. So it was all secure, or fitted securely. Yeah, and just keeping everything safe. So this is a galvanized steel bar. It's about 50mm wide and it's 4mm thick. And then as the bolts go through this, we're using square plate washer on top of that. So that's what makes up the sort of fixing underneath the van. And then obviously these, as I just already explained, are the packers. That being 20mm, that being 25mm. Obviously the van's not uniform, the floor is not uniform, I should say. And so there is lots of little divots, or there is divots of different sizes. So that's why I got 25mm, and that's why I got 20mm. And these again are both 4mm thick. But yeah, watch the video and you'll see, hopefully you'll get a good idea of what's going on. Thank you. This is video part 3 of our conversion to a day van, installing some Ford Transit Connect seats. We've been doing some bits and pieces in between Christmas anyway, which I haven't filmed, but we're just on the last part of this. So I thought what I'll do is I'll go into a bit more detail here, and then we're just going to get all these rails buttoned up, get the seats buttoned in, and then show you the finished article. But let me show you a few of the bits that we've done. Okay, so what we're doing here is we bought some packers. What these are is like a 4mm bar, cut them down, so we get about 8mm difference. So they fit within the valleys. They fit in the valleys like this and over, to take up the space in that area there. And then what we do is then put a square plate washer over both of those, so that gives a good level surface for this plate to sit on. As you can see, there's like a raised bit here, so that's what will actually make contact with this area here. And again, we just made slightly longer plates here to take up the difference in height, and then square plate washer, and then these will then sit directly over those, and once these are bolted in, these sit nice and secure. What's going on underneath the van is this bar. So this is a galvanized steel flat bar that I ordered in. This will sit on the underside of the van, basically oops, sorry, basically like that on the underside. So each thing is then running widthways across the van to take up any slack, and obviously take up any momentum force should there be an accident or something. So we've got 3 of those bars, so one will be where you can see now, and then for the next holes, and then for the next holes. I'll go back into a bit more detail a little bit later with some photographs, but we're going to carry on now. So these are the spreader plates. The ones on the right, as you can see, with the bolts going through, and that's just where I've marked out the holes. So these spreader plates will be under the van. So I'm going to carry on with marking out these ones and this one, so then we can then bolt down those rails. So that's where we're at the moment. So these are the seat rails that we've fixed in. So there's 3 of those, and then the 4th one we're left to fix in, basically. And I'm just going to show you the process and what I did with these 3. So obviously, due to the undulation of the floor, so the little divots that they have. So this is some of the insulation I did prior to this conversion. The soundproofing and all the insulation and whatnot. So I've had to cut that away and obviously drill our holes. And then what I've got here is, these are like a flat bar steel, 20 mil wide, 40 mil thick. And I worked out obviously 2 of these, obviously, which make 8 mil, fit nicely within those divots. And then on top of that, I then have square plate washer. So once these are all in place, these sit flat and steady, they don't move whatsoever. And that's pretty much that part. But yeah, so it was just getting these like shims or spacers, just having to use a bit of initiative. What else we're doing is we're just using some construction adhesive just to sort of bond these pieces in, just so when we're fitting the rails, they don't move and they sit secure. Okay, so then we purchased this, which is a 4mm galvanized flat steel bar. This is what basically is our spreader plates underneath the van. Bought these in like a meter length and then cut them to size. This is just an offcut, but what we did was, between these 3 there's 1 flat bar that runs right across, and there's 3 flat bars there. So that's kind of helping brace those rails in. So I'll show you underneath the van. So here we are underneath the van, and yeah, you can see the 2, well, there's 3 bars effectively, sorry, one's just behind that rail there, and those flat bars pretty much brace those 3 seat rails, and they run quite close towards the sort of the structural beams that run from left to right of the chassis legs. Yeah, so they're 4mm thick, but what we plan to do as well is add an additional square plate washer to where each bolt is, just to give it a little bit more strength. But overall, fairly easy, straightforward job. And I just decided that putting a bar running right across the width of the floor would add a lot more strength and stability, especially to the floor areas. So in the event of an accident, nothing's going to pull through because it's pretty much braced very well. So yeah, apologies if the video don't look that great from this point of view, but it's the best I can do, I'm afraid. But yeah, so like I said, we've still got the 4th one to fit, and the 4th one is on like the other side of the van, but on the other side of the chassis leg, so that's kind of like individual, it's separate from the others. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to crack on with that. So I hope that covered everything, and I hope you understood my process there. What I will do now is I'm now just going to basically close this whole series off by making one more video, start to finish, of the whole process I went through, and try and just clear up any errors that I may have made throughout those videos. Hopefully, so you've got a good sort of understanding of what I went through to go and fit these. In essence, it was fairly simple, straightforward, wasn't too much hassle. It was just dropping the fuel tank really and just marking out where you're going to make the positioning holes for your runners and the seats. Got a few more things updated in the van, so I'll do another video just showing you exactly what's gone on in the van, and also we're going to have an additional thing to the van as well. So we've been running through a few ideas. So yeah, I hope that's been beneficial to you. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, I'm so sorry for how long it's taken to get this video out. I'll try and do better next time. That's all I can say. But yeah, thanks again. All the best, guys. Cheers.